sometimes when they say that maybe Nigeria is a cruise, I don't like using that kind of expression. I don't. But when things happen like this, you begin to wonder what is really behind the whole of these things. How do I even start? Okay, maybe the Femi Gbajabiamila issue on the fake DG. I remember in the radio station where I talk, I were discussing this issue, and I said the fake DG of PFIPC. That's the Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council. Sounding more like NIPC. When I say it's a fake DG, one of my co-analysts there, they said there's nothing fake about this man. How can this man be fake?
You know, there are things I've been hearing in Nigeria. The national cake. I've never seen it. The drawing board. Where is it? Where do we go to?
It's in our conscience.
Every Nigerian will go to our conscience.
It's in our conscience.
Your
drawing board is your conscience.
No, the drawing board is the
cake is your conscience. That is it. So meaning that you must do things right. For example, if you're giving a position to man, how do you ensure that everybody has a fair share?
So what of the national cake? How do I eat it? I want to eat the national cake.
In the same token, you're giving a position to man for the betterment of everybody.
Yeah.
So how do you ensure that everybody that is looking up to you is benefited
it's good that
by
you said,
that position that
you
are
said,
occupying?
Yeah, it's good you said you are given a position.
Yes.
Prince Adeyemi.
Okay, you mean the fake DG?
The DG, so called. I mean, I can't even. I don't know what to call him. Fake or not fake.
I was like, why are they referring to him as
they
DG?
have had court sessions where he was supposed to appear.
Why would they refer to him as a DG?
Why would they refer to him? Who appointed him as a DG?
Okay.
That's a misplacement.
I don't understand.
A DG would connote that he was legally given, constitutionally, given that position as a DG. So why would he be referred to DG? A DG of where?
Now the DG of the fake.
Please, no.
Okay.
No. Let's get it right.
A DG of where?
When you say DG of where?
Yes.
A DG of how that the budget appropriation gets of that commission.
But he has been arrested today.
Let's leave the arrest.
Okay.
Let's leave the arrest. Whatsoever made that paracetamol appear in the budget to be passed, that's what makes him a DG. Whatever makes the SSG to write for his office approval, that's what makes him SSG. Whatever makes him receive a DG, whatever makes him receive diplomats, receive this deputy speaker, receive
and
the.
I'm told he even went for the.
Hold on now.
The presidential.
Yes, with the presidential team, and he boarded the same flight, and then attend the function and return, and then whatever makes him receive an award from the EFCC is what makes him a DC. Okay, wait, let me land.
I wanted to butt in there to tell you, for example, someone who parades himself as maybe graduate of a particular profession, is using a fake certificate of that profession.
Like the lawyer that was arrested in Delta State.
For example, now maybe like a lawyer, or maybe in any establishment, you parade yourself with a fake certificate. At that point, you're taken to be that. But the moment it is discovered that you actually you just fraudulently acquired that, so that people will begin to look at you for who you are not.
Good.
And the moment you realize that you're a fake,
but it doesn't match here.
You're a fake. It matches.
It doesn't.
And then that whole thing is
an appointment.
No, that whole thing. It's the same thing.
No. Hold on.
There's forgery in this matter.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Forgery.
The thing
predicated on what?
It is that certificate that was given to him. He said they signed his appointment letter. He was given an appointment letter.
Hold on.
That gives him the authority. That passes on to him that responsibility of being a DG. But now it is discovered
okay, fine. Shanice and Kelvin, let's not argue about this. My question is, how many heads do you see rolling with this whole thing now? Let's leave the antecedents.
Yes, let's leave the antecedents.
How many heads do you think will? Because is it?
were not able to detect this? Why did the EFCC, that is saddled with the responsibilities of such magnitude or coloration, didn't investigate? What happened to the different government agencies? What happened to the intelligence agency, including our own National Assembly, that passed the budget for that fictitious
agency that does not even exist,
without detecting that it doesn't exist? And the budget flew and found its way inside a national budget that was signed by Mr. President.
So what this really means is that our National Assembly don't even have an account of the number of MDAs that we have in the country. That means anybody can come up with anything, just like what this guy has done, because there's supposed to be a trace. Okay, how long has this agency been in existence? Who are the people that have had correspondence with him? Are there been correspondences between this agency and maybe the National Assembly and, the assembly? Who signs on this? Who are the signatories? These are the things. It just simply tells you that due diligence in Nigeria, anytime anybody comes to tell you that due diligence has been followed, take it with a pinch of salt, because he was not hiding. And then he was so recognized to the extent that he was hobnobbing with National Assembly leaders. Yes,
and the EFCC chairman.
Yes, you can imagine a con artist, allegedly though, from you. So that is the point.
I'm going to fine you if you don't put a legend where you're supposed to put.
No, but this is not really funny. It's a sad thing that in our country, a con man will just spring up somewhere and pull this kind of wool over our eyes, and we are unable to even to track, to trace.
Well, a lot of Nigerians are shocked. They will make it public when the time comes.
Gbajabiamila has come out, the chief of staff to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has come out to, he has in fact sued this fake DG. I'm using the word fake because apparently, okay, I'll go into all that explanation. He has charged this Prince. Did they say Prince? Why do they always have this title when they want to do something and sinister? You see them come up with all kinds of titles, Prince, all this kind of a very fanciful title. What does he say his name is Prince? Is that Adeniyi Matthew? He says he's a prince. This fake that had, how did he even get the office space at Federal Secretariat? That's the number one puzzle there. Anyway, so he has sued the man because the man said, I think he said the budget provision for his fake agency was about 27 point something billion in naira, and that Femi Gbajabiamila, the chief of staff to the president, did ask for 48% of that budgetary allocation to him, and then he went further to, he said he has already given him 400,000, 400 million naira. You see, when the money is too big now, because I'm wondering 400 million, how? And the remaining about 200, and because he couldn't come up with the 200, and that's where the kasala, as we say in this part of the world. Now Femi Gbajabiamila has sued him with 15 billion naira for defamation, for character assassination, for saying all kinds of things about him. He must also go to all the social media platforms that he has, he has used in assassinating his character to apologize. So he should. And finally, we were asking, this guy was initially arrested far back in 2025, released, and then now they were looking for him all over the place. But now he's been arrested. And what really baffles me that during the arrest, I don't know whether it's AI. This time and age, you don't even know which one is AI and which one is real. This guy was seen being arrested and flying private jets. You can see the pictures here. See, private jet. How can a criminal fine, you may say, allegedly? That's the problem I have with Nigeria. You know, they like that word allegedly, even when it is so obvious that this guy is a criminal. But they say allegedly because the way it's done, I mean, a court of competent jurisdiction must find you guilty before that label of guilt is on you. But as long as that is not done, you are presumed to be innocent. It's a lot of puzzles for me, you know, puzzles. How did this guy, you know, the story has gone round. He got appointment letter which say was forged with Femi Gbajabiamila's signature on it. He also gazetted that agency, PFIPC, like an act of the law, you know, creating this agency. And then he used these documents to go and start interacting, having correspondences and MDAs. With MDAs, he used the same document to go to the head of service, and then he applied for 300 staff. He used this, and there were correspondences between. They were now writing on behalf of him. You can imagine a fake. It sounds somehow, and that's why. There's something about this whole thing that doesn't sit well with me. As at the time he took these documents, couldn't they just do a simple verification? Oh, you've been appointed. Didn't they know that the chief of staff cannot even issue an appointment letter? So a letter purportedly coming from the chief of staff should have raised the red flag. How come the people were supposed to do this due diligence verification to know whether indeed this letter did emanate from the office of the chief of staff? They didn't do that. And then what about is it that there were no lawyers there for them to have maybe looked at the gazetted law purportedly establishing this fake agency? They even saw it and they could not do. So these are so many. That's why I'm asking, is it that there was what's the word there? There was a willful culpability by these officers that were supposed to carry out this due diligence, or it was just an innocent negligence, and that maybe they didn't really know, or somebody didn't do his job well. But whichever the case is, heads must roll. Nigerians want to see heads rolling, because this is not just something that was put together by a singular human being, like this Prince Adeyemi Matthew. It's not something he would have just done on his own. He went to, ministries, and he had correspondences, and they started writing on behalf of him, sending it to, giving him authorization to go open an account with the central bank, giving him all kinds of authorization, correspondences. And then this guy, seeing this heavy backing and then recognition by an agency, by a government establishment that was actually supposed to carry out due diligence, of course, started, parading himself as a DG, interacting with people, calling meetings with diplomats, hobnobbing with National Assembly members and all that stuff. And suddenly, the man, they say, is fake. How did this happen? So we need to get to the bottom of this. Who are the people? Who are his collaborators, his conspirators? Let this veil be unveiled for Nigerians to see, because Nigerians want to see how this kind of thing, how can a singular human being pull this kind of scam on Nigerians? We really need to know this. And for chief of staff, I know a lot of people I said, chief of staff should resign his appointment. And what is my own view on this? Should he resign his appointment? Feel safe. Thank you so very much for always finding time to watch my video. If you like the content of this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Strike on that notification bell so that you get to be notified whenever I, pull out a video like this. Leave your comments down below, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. See ya pretty soon. Peace as always. Out.